Hello there again, it's Mitchell here. Welcome to my channel, K1 Visa Channel. So today we're going to go in a little bit of a different route. Usually we see the stereotypical videos and advice for men who are finding a woman from another country, giving him all the advice, what to watch out for, the stereotypical woman from overseas, what she wants from you, and so on and so forth. What I don't see is advice for women who are coming to, well, my country, America, and things that they should look out for in their potential American mate. Understand? So this is for women from other countries who are talking to somebody in America, maybe getting more serious, maybe want to come to America for marriage. And so I want to help you guys as well to be aware and what to look out for in certain types of men as well, to give you the same warnings that men are given all the time when they find women from other countries to America. I want to give you women out there good advice as well that you should have with you before you come to America with a man, or to meet a man, or to have been engaged to a man. Understand? So the first thing I want to tell you, if 50% of your conversations only surround sex, or all about sex, if all he could talk about is the sexual component of you, the part of you that is only sexy, right? If more than half of those conversations surround sex and the behaviors of sex, you really want to start looking at that relationship, because you are more than just sex, of course. You're also a person. So if the man who you're talking to isn't able to make a conversation at a mature level for a long period of time, and if he's not able to talk about you without every other word being about sex, then you're going to have a problem. So just understand that now. That's going to be a problem, because he's not looking at you for more than just that. Understand? So just be aware of that, okay? Number two is that it's important the person you talk to shows patience. Now, it's hard to judge how patient a person really is, right? But if the potential man for you is just going crazy every time you say something, or does really crazy things, shows a lot of impatience just on your phone calls or on your Skype calls or whatever, it might be a little bit harder on your life if you marry this person as well, because it's not going to get any better, right? So you want to be aware of that, because when you come to a new country, the person who you're with has to be very patient, because almost your whole existence for the first couple of years depends on this man or woman, whoever you come to see, come to live with, come to marry. It depends on them to help you. Now, for them to help you, they have to have a lot of patience. I know this. This is my sixth year with my wife is from another country, and you have to have a lot of patience, of course, right? Now, love is patient, right? So if I love her like I do, I'm always patient with her, because I understand. I did ask her to leave her country to come live with me in my country. So when you ask someone that, you must be patient. So make sure the person that you're with, or are going to be with, is a patient person, because it's a big deal for you to live in America, correct? Huge deal. Many people from other countries think that America is California. California is one state of many, 50 in America, and yet many people, I've heard people from all over the world think they're coming to a California environment. The sun, the water, the waves, the fancy cars, the big houses. I live in California. It's not like that even in California. Some places are, most places are not. California is a very beautiful state. I live here. I love the water. I love the mountains. I love the green trees. But there are many other states in the Union. There's Idaho. There's Tennessee, Kentucky, North Carolina, Florida, New York. Whoever is corresponding with you, if the man is corresponding with you, say he lives in Tennessee, you need to read about Tennessee. Read about what it offers there, as far as houses, house prices, stores, things to do, things to look at, the economy. You want to look at, maybe are the people from your country that live there as well, maybe some help from people from your own country. you want to really study where you might live in America, because I've read stories before where a woman from another country comes to America thinking she's going to go live in California, and she winds up living in Kentucky. Okay? So you have to be aware of where you might live in America. Now, I like the West Coast. I've always been either Seattle or California. That's my preference. I'm not into the Midwest or the South. That's not for me. But for some people, they love it, of course. My uncle's from the South. He loved it. So just make sure you study where you live. It's very important. Now, if you are thinking about coming to America and you're a younger bride, maybe under 35, you might want to go to school. Make sure that man you're with understands that and will support that, if that's what you want to do. Make sure you know this before you come here, because if he's telling you honestly on the phone or through Skype, no, I don't want to pay for an education, no, I don't want you to have an education because I don't want to deal with that, take him for his word, because you're not going to change him. He told you many times already he's not going to pay for that. Understand that. And maybe you might have to move on if you want an education, right? The same thing goes for kids. Very important. If the man tells you he doesn't want a child, you have to take that for his word, and you don't think you're going to come here and trick him into having a child. Just take him for his word. He doesn't want a child. Now, many men online do want children too. So, those are things you got to think about, because you're not going to change a person's mind like with children and education. Those are heavy impact things, right? So just know before you come, before you come on into the country with your fiance who's in America, remember that if they tell you no to the education and tell you no to children, understand that, okay? Otherwise, you might want to think about looking for somebody else whose vision more aligns to what your vision is, okay? Another thing I want you guys to know is that when you're talking to a man in America or from the West, and you want to make sure, ladies, he understands a little bit about you. So you're on Skype, right? He should remember one of your memories about your childhood. He should remember like your mother's name, just things like that. It's not for a marriage interview. It's just things that he should know. It shows he's listening to you. It shows he's in tune to you. Now, some of your language might be hard for him to understand, or some of the pronunciations of your language might be hard for him to understand, but he should know some basics about you. He should know the basics about you, because this again shows his interest in you beyond a body and beyond a great mind, So what you want to know is that make sure he's into you. Make sure he knows what's going on with you, okay? That's so important, because if he doesn't care about the basics of you, imagine what happens when you really need him to come through for you, an emergency or something you really need or want, right? Very important, okay, you guys, very important. Another thing too, remember when you come to America, it's not like some people think they're gonna come to a mansion, a huge house and maids and servants and big cars. No, most Americans don't live like that. You're gonna come to a normal house or a normal apartment and a normal car. So just remember that. It's not gonna be some princess fairy tale story, America movies sell that story to everybody, and some people think it's true, but it's not true at all. It's just that you're gonna come to a normal house in a normal apartment. If that's okay with you, then yeah, if you love the person, sure, come on to the person. But if you're expecting this big house and big car stuff, that's not even realistic. So just make sure when you come to America, you come with a very realistic view of living a normal life in America with an American man who loves you, understand? Remember before you come here too, you need to talk to your American future spouse, fiance, whatever, that yeah, you want to get a green card, and make sure he helps you. There's nothing wrong with saying that. There's nothing wrong to say, yes, I want a green card. Of course you want a green card. You can work with a green card, you can establish yourself with a green card, you can go on to become a U.S. citizen with a green card. Who doesn't want to be married and be an American citizen? That's a fair thing. I know there's a lot of stereotypes about that, about she just wants to get her green card. That's not fair. If I'm going to go live in another country, 4 or 5 years later, I too want to be a citizen of that country. I'm living there, I'm paying taxes, why not, right? So don't be afraid of that stereotype, ladies. Tell your man or your lady, whatever, tell your man that you want, yes, in the future, I do want to pursue a green card because I do want to get citizenship in your country. That's a fair thing, okay? So you guys, you just want to make sure, ladies, make sure you ask those questions before you come to America. Make sure you understand what kind of man you have, because not everybody online is a good person, okay? The last poll about online dating and marriage was 52% were happy with the person they found online. That means there's 48% of them who were not happy for a number of reasons, okay? So this tells you that 1 of every 2 men might not be for you. So be careful out there, okay? There's a lot of people who have no interest in making you happy, are making you the priority, are taking care of you and your heart. Some of them don't care. So just be careful out there, okay? This is Mitchell. I just wanted to tell you guys all about my experiences with the K1 visa process, the good and the bad. So I do hope that you guys subscribe to my channel. I really want to help you out as far as learning about the K1 visa process. Please subscribe, comment, like, hit the bell for more videos, and thank you very much for your time.